Hi, Sadical Barbies. Today we're going to talk about how romance books and movies are the equivalent of man corn. Let's get started. So, we already know that man corn can definitely affect their mind about how they standards of women, how they objectify women, and how they view romance in general. And sometimes, and a lot of times, it ruins relationships. And even go as far as running young boys. I think a lot of us can agree with that. However, I want to talk about us ladies, how it can affect us. So one of the things is that it sets like a mind, like it kind of put this unrealistic standards, like for example, like um a guy is going to do this whole big grand deal where like a rich man come to a poor woman and whatnot, like kind of like what you see in K dramas and whatnot. Or a lot of these times these movies and these books, besides unrealistic standards, they they already have like a bad thought on romance. What I mean is, like for example, I notice like in the Western media, they pushes a lot of like sexual scenes even when they just met for 5 minutes, which is very unhealthy. First of all, for your health, you could catch a disease or whatnot, and also too, it can put you in a mindset where you feel like you're in love when in reality you just love the what you guys had on going on in the bedroom. Also too, it kind of normalized a lot of things like toxic romance. Like when I see like sometimes like black cinema romance movies and whatnot, they allow like abuse, toxic relationship, like in Love and Basketball, the movie. That's a terrible romance movie, by the way. And or women feeling like they need to settle. Like remember that movie of Think Like a Man where Taraji B. Henson character, she's a successful woman, and she said she and because she's successful, she had everything going on for her, body T, face T, everything was going on for her. They were trying to make it seem like she was wrong for wanting to have such big standards for the guy, which is not wrong at all. And I really hate how people is trying to portray on her like, oh, how you ever gonna find a man that meets your requirements and whatnot. You're the man. You're acting like the man and whatnot. First of all, why are you taking advice from Steve Harvey? He had 3 failed marriages, okay? Second of all, I think that usually 9 times out of 10 people date within their tax bracket. It's rare that people ever date outside of that. So I feel like when they were trying to make her settle, especially and having that guy over here lying, the I forgot his name. Um he was lying about how he was such a big chef and whatnot. I forgot. I kind of forgot the movie, so if I got it wrong, I'm so sorry. But that's one of the things I noticed, that they tend to want you to lie about those type of things. I mean, not lie, sorry. They tend to want you like kind of put in your mind like a propaganda. Yes, a lot of movies and romance books are propagandas where they want women to settle. Also, too, going on with that, propagandas. The Notebook. I hate the Notebook movie. I hate it. First of all, don't get me wrong. So if you watch the Notebook, you already know that the girl, she chooses James Marsden. I forgot how to say his name. His character. And even though she didn't feel nothing for him, that is nothing wrong for that. Because I remember a lot of people was trying to hate on her for not choosing him. They say, "Oh, he had money and smart and stuff." Yeah, you can have all those things, but if you guys fall out one night in a respectful manner, that's okay, and that was okay. But the bad part was that she settled for a guy. By the way, first of all, when I say settle one night, if a guy is threatening to blank himself off this world just so you could date him, that's a red flag to begin with. There's nothing romantic about that. Because if he could do that to himself, imagine what he could do to you. Also, too, their arguments was very toxic. You should not be angry at someone where you have to lay your hands on them. That's another red flag. And many people try to be like, "Oh, that's romantic and whatnot." Why? Because they put a little music in the background, and they also put like, "Oh well, they love each other and whatnot." Yeah, okay, that's bullcrap. And also, too, if I'm not mistaken, he caused her to have dementia at towards the end of the movie because, like, I think, if I'm not mistaken, stress. Here, no, let me look it up right quick. Okay, so I look it up. So it's like stress and cognitive. It has something more than just stress to cause dementia. Because I don't want it just to be like, because I just look it up and said not just stress, but stress can be a factor into dementia. If I'm not mistaken, she did have dementia. If she did not, please correct me in the comment section. I am sorry. Um, yeah, those type of things, and people is trying to label it as romantic. That is not romantic. I'm letting you guys know right now. That is not. In fact, that is very unhealthy. And one thing they don't show you in these movies that actually happen in real life, when women go through the romance plot, when they say just do it for the plot, whatnot, it causes you to age. It causes you to lose your hair. I actually met many women who gone through those things and whatnot because they was taught that, oh, it's romance and whatnot. Because many people, by the way, because a lot of us women, we consume these movies and books, and so we try to gaslight each other saying, oh, it's romance. Oh, it's romance. No, it's not. Okay, this is not romance. Anyways, one thing they don't tell you, that you lose your hair. Okay, it could cause you lose your hair. Your looks can devalue by the time. I've seen some women that went from a 10 to negative 13 because of that man. Okay? Some women, they lose themselves mentally. Okay? A lot of those things, they're not gonna show you in movies. They're gonna show you, like, these beautiful women, whatnot. They may overcome something, whatnot, but they still look good, and no hate, whatnot. But that can happen to you. Okay? And that is not healthy for us exotical Barbies. Okay? Another thing too is it could cause like bad interactions with the opposite gender. So, like, for example, um like, let's say you're talking to a guy and whatnot, right? And he's kind of saying things that you see in movies or TV shows or whatnot, or books. And you're over here just like, oh my gosh, he meets the standards of, like, you probably won't compare them to a character and whatnot, but subconsciously you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. And then it's gonna call limerence and lust. I've seen this so many times and whatnot. So, like, for example, I remember how back in the cult I was in, the old religion, I remember how there was we had kind of snook watch movies and books that had romance and whatnot. I remember this one girl, it caused her to have bad interactions with men. And it helped that her mom was male centered, by the way. But I remember it caused so much lust that the girl actually thinks she had a chance with these guys. I remember how actually one of the guys, because I was kind of friends with her. I really wasn't friends with her. But we was kind of like partners, not partners. Wait, that sounds a little weird. How should I say it? We was kind of like acquaintances. Yeah, that's the word in English. Okay, sorry. And I remember one of the guys, because I sometimes talk to him. Not really, we're not friends or anything. We just kind of talk because we sometimes in classes. One night, I remember he pulled me off to the side. He said, "Hey, can you tell her to leave me alone because I realize she's been stalking me and whatnot." Yeah, it's been that bad. Okay. Um, so that can cause limerence and lust. Like, you have so much strong feelings for limerence. By the way, I didn't say the definition, so let me give it a definition. You basically have strong feelings for someone that does not have any feelings for you. For example, people with celebrity crushes. Now, you can see a guy, like a celebrity, as good looking and whatnot. I'm not shaming that, but I know some people, like, for example, if I was to be like, oh yeah, Henry Cavill is good looking, someone would be like, he's mine, leave him alone. Oh, don't mess with my man. they have this one-sided love lust for this man, and he don't even know them at all, you know. uh so it can cause that both with celebrities or like with real life people and whatnot. I remember I actually stopped having celebrity crushes a long time ago because I was realizing, oh wow, I'm really having so much, what's I call it, one-sided love for a guy just because he played in my favorite movie. So yeah, I'm not shaming you if you like a celebrity and whatnot, but I'm just be careful and whatnot. And by the way, I'm not shaming you if you watch these movies, because you can watch these movies and whatnot. But I am letting you know that to pay attention to what you're consuming and how it's affecting your life. For example, Shonda Rhimes movies, okay, like Scandal, you know, um when she when with the character Olivia Pope and Fitz, we was rooting for, well, majority of fans, they was rooting for their loved one, not realizing Fitz is married and Olivia Pope is a side girl. You see what I'm saying here? So you need to be careful on that, because that could play out in real life. Okay, that could play in real life. I will give a story time one night, but I don't want to make this video long. But this is just in the video was saying like romance books and movies, if you don't be careful, it can ruin you. It can ruin it can. Okay, it's actually women literacy version of men's corn. Okay, like men have unrealistic standards, you know what I'm saying, and they ruin their relationships, you know what I'm saying. That can happen to you as well, because I know so many women, by the way, I didn't speak on this with the relationships and whatnot. Women sometimes I actually seen in marriages have so much limits for a celebrity crush. I remember they actually telling me that how they have a one night stand with their celebrity crush if they went to outside their marriage. So yeah, be careful, okay? Um, Tell me what you think. Have you met these type of people? Have you seen how it affected you? Do you have a different opinion about this? Like, comment, subscribe. Love you guys. Bye.